Jim McLaren here. Welcome. Today I'm going to be starting a new series where I react to songs, not necessarily that I haven't heard before, but more just in terms of trying to explain what is going on musically. Sometimes we might dip into chord progressions, harmonic theory. Other times we may just talk about guitars, gear, keyboards, basses, that kind of stuff. I'd love to offer some of the experience I've gotten over 21 years of guitar teaching and, I don't know, something like 30 years of live performance in cover bands, all sorts of different bands, original bands, of course, and just sort of offer my 2 cents. I've got a guitar with me. This isn't necessarily going to be a guitar instructional on everything, but I will use it occasionally to show what's going on. So let's dip into one of my favorite songs of all time for the first video. This is, yes, Roundabout. So keep in mind that I do actually have a chord chart and a tab right next to me if I need to reference anything. But I'm going to try to keep this less instructional and more observational, things that you are maybe wondering that you're hearing, or it's things that you might not even know about. Here we go. We're going to start with Roundabout here, and it starts with a piano that's been recorded backwards. So they hit it, bang, let it decay, flip it around, and it goes into a beautiful nylon string acoustic guitar. Playing harmonics. Here's another reverse piano. Cool effect. They use it in Another One Bites the Dust too. Listen to the bass. Rickenbacker bass. One of the best bass lines ever. Before I get too far, I actually have this bass line tattooed on my arm. That's the bass line. Yeah. My tattoo artist was not happy. He didn't know how to read musical symbols or anything, so he had to make sure it was exactly right. Here we go, verse 1. Acoustic guitars. That's an F over G. That little synthesizer, Mini Moog. Close to this one. I have a little fatty right here. Verse 2. Now we're in G. So this is the chorus, I think, of the song. Even though he doesn't say roundabout, that's in the other part. Steve Howe is quite famous for using archtop jazz guitars, and I believe on this whole album he used an ES5 Switchmaster, which has 3 pickups, but big, beefy, hollow body guitar, and he always played through Fender amps. My Line 6 Variax and Helix unit are going to approximate that by... So, something like that. It's kind of G, C, F, C, F, C, G, which is a pretty common chord progression, which makes sense why this feels like a chorus, I suppose. Hammond organ. Into E minor, the home key. Acoustics. Mini Moog. Now, you remember that lick in the beginning? So that was a really interesting little syncopated little part there. And that lick from the beginning was when it was an acoustic, really quiet. But now it's really fast. And they basically go diddly 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 diddly. So it's just an interesting way to get back into the home key of E minor. Keep in mind, E minor for the verses, G major for the choruses, relative keys. It's all the same key, essentially.
Remember you, your silhouette will charge the view of distant atmosphere. Cold and morning, driving through the sound and even in the valley.
Another chorus. Listen to how cool the bass guitar, Chris Squire, and the drummer, Bill Bruford, are locked in on that kick drum. That's fierce. That's great. Here comes that funny lick that's really fast again. So this is the bridge. Still in E minor, home key, number 1. Really nice 3-part vocal harmony. This is like a power chord. The organ is doing that part now. There we go, the reintroduction of that first lyric. Be the roundabout. And back, acoustic guitar. Along with an organ with only like maybe stops 2 and 3 pulled out. Arpeggiating C major. No arpeggiators, no GarageBand. This is played live. Very similar to the intro. Extra little part here. There's that funny lick again. It's kind of like the chorus. Beautiful organ solo by Rick Wakeman over top of a chorus. Octave, major scales. Oh, that's killer. So that little solo part started out with major scales, along with an octave above. So they do that a couple times, and then there's this interesting lick, this pull-off thing. And he does a lot of this. He likes that sort of a pull-off sandwich there in terms of just tons of pull-offs. Country players do it all the time, right? Such a great sound. But he's using almost this country Chet Atkins inspired lick. And then he kind of, which is about the bluesiest lick I've ever heard. which is not the most bluesiest lick I've ever heard. Steve Howe really is a fountain of guitar styles, just flown in and just mixed together. You get flamenco, you get country, you get blues. It's gorgeous. We're going to go back to the middle of the organ solo. The bass is amazing. More scales. He's got a fuzz pedal there. So we finish that last bit and he goes... He's got these little trills there, and that's setting us up to go back to the final verse of this song, which features the bass line doubled on a guitar. So this that I believe Chris Squire himself recorded on one of Steve Howe's guitars. So he basically doubled his bass part at the end. It's fantastic. Final chorus. Okay, just an acoustic guitar here. Just E minor, vocal magic. What I hear in the end there is the beautiful with so I think he's doubled it. I think he's taken 2 nylon strings at the end there, and let's double check that that's what I'm hearing. What a wonderful song. That might be one of my favorite songs of all time. Well, thank you everybody for sitting through this first video of mine. This is a work in progress. I'm trying to balance the amount of instruction versus the amount of just plain reaction. And I want to do songs that I've never heard before. There'll be much less of me playing and more just of me sort of, again, reacting. So if we want to actually have reaction videos to songs I don't know, I would love the suggestions. And otherwise, thanks for your support. I'm going to sign off now and try to figure out if this is going to work for me. Thanks.